All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for Hell's Paradise,
Season 1, Episode 10. We have dissension within the ranks of the immortals. Fantastic.
Yes, a lie has been brought forward to the table of the gods. Yes.
And also, we know now that they need the Kool-Aid in order to keep doing their stuff.
Right.
Neat.
Now, in order to actually get them to be utilizing their, actual, hard mana pool, we gotta beat them physically so much that they basically have a millennia transformation.
It's a hell of a first phase and an even worse second phase. But,
Right, but the second phase, weirdly, might be easier than the first phase.
It does tax them a lot,
Yeah.
So
Because, they're like a thing that's also seemingly less mobile and more like plant-like, and thus also probably have blind spots, so if you're attacking in a group,
once they turn
spamming elemental attacks or weird nonsense,
at that point you just jump and run really far away. Then, Gabimaru, since you have this crazy strength, pick up a tree or a big rock or something and just huck it at it from far away.
I think then it just takes its tentacles and goes, nah. But yeah. No, the idea still stands.
Engage it in a stamina battle.
Right.
Your instincts were actually right, somehow.
Right. But also, fire does kind of work.
Plants don't like being on fire.
That's true.
That is generally...
This might be one of those stories where Gabimaru just brings up the, I could just burn the island down. I could.
I'm telling you.
I could just set the whole thing on fire.
And if there's certain things that are potentially praying to them or whatever, I don't know, just simplify. Well, wait, no, then you don't have cover. You actually do want all the other stuff. That way you can hide around.
What about a catapult?
Yeah.
We just start trebucheting constant nonsense at them. They won't be able to sleep or fuck. No, they'll probably enjoy that. They're like, humans are trying. They're thrusting so hard against our defenses.
We're going to make Greek fire from all this animal shit, and then
they will make
use chemical warfare.
Inside.
And we'll just chemical warfare them.
But May use their special thing again.
Tau, apparently,
which is that's cool consistency, yes. The realization that using that ties them in with the Tensen, which also then is interesting that the one of them noticed and recognized them, was like, May, what are you doing?
Yeah, that was not.
Yeah.
What is that human and how do they have our abilities? Or, and now I'm going to kill you. It's the, what are you doing? That's different.
It's also the name, the first name basis.
Yeah. And again, I killed the person I was fighting, and they did not mention May.
So, y'all, without further ado, let's get into this. Yin and yang. Hello. Looking rather ragged for a moving rag. Haha, I'm so punny. Whoa, the mental battle before they fought.
Oh shit.
Ha! Yep, that's how that would go. Yeah. Stop doing that. It's unscientific.
Exactly.
So what do you know? We know some things. Pass, let's trade.
What beat you up this badly? Okay, but what if we just talked?
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. Nice. Huh, damn, he actually seems serious.
Oh. Well, you're in luck.
Yeah.
I'm not saying this. Yeah, your thinking is way too simplistic. Yep.
I've been looking for stuff like that.
But I do have a team. Oh,
My
little stacked
injuries.
stones everywhere. That's
Yeah.
interesting. I am. No, I want to be immortal in the minds of those that are strong. Right. I like this guy.
Yeah. When does a man die?
Yeah. Whatever him on. Cool.
And it seems we are of an accord. All
Alright,
right.
you should join up with my group.
Oh, I've got so much more.
Oh, you're right.
She used it. Yeah.
Uh-huh. No, shut the fuck up.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Whoa.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
ここが本物の新宣教だとするのはやはり無理がある。明らかに人為的な宗教
Yep.
Yeah.
Good.
蓬莱や英宗、あるいは座禅、そして天仙様の名称。これらは本来別
Oh.
No, because they were attributed here by different civilizations. Yeah.
このいびつさ、見覚えがあります。何？モロマキアです。彼は倒幕を目論む新興宗教の教祖でした。
Ah, cult leader. Yeah, trying to basically grab a bunch of people for the purpose of recruiting. Yeah.
鼻かした人間だけが戻ってきたというのも初めから意図されたもの。しか
Oh.
し、いいえだからこそ。何者かの意図があるなら同時に解明の糸口と
Whoa.
すみません喋
No,
り
they're
No,
very
you-
helpful.
You.
別にいいけどさ。
さすがセンタ殿。
You went off.
こういうのお好きなんですね。
その推測が事実なら厄介ね。1000年以上も続いてきた意図。
Why are we gonna change anything? Yeah.
もしもお主が天仙様
Uh-huh.
対抗する手立てを知っているならわしに教えてくれ。
タオ、
タオ
Uh-huh. Here we go.
それが力の呼び名。
タオ、強い弱
Oh,
い
yin and yang.
心、
Yeah.
強い弱いタオ、強い
全然わからん。
丹田って武道でいうへそのことじゃねえか。
で、結局タオってなんだ。さあ。
タオは万物に流れる。
Ah, here we go.
この世のすべてはタオのルテンでできている。それに触れることは神羅万象の根源に触れることだ。
はあ、どっか説明上手で。
One might show up, but you don't want them here. Oh.
Found the hot teacher, but I don't know
Yeah.
if he's good at explaining these things specifically. Are they practicing? With the scabbard. That was smooth.
頼むよ先生。俺に
That was smooth. It landed back in her
Right,
scabbard.
right.
ことじゃないか。天座の仇を討ちに行こうって。
That's their bond right now.
もうこれ以上目の前で若い
Right.
命が散るのは見たくない。
I would not be able to make you good enough to be able to help in the amount of time that we have to do this.
俺も戦いたいよ先生。
I'm not your master. Yeah.
Yeah.
の先生じゃない。
It'd take you
何も与えてい
years.
ないからね。
頼むよ。
I'm begging you.
俺
Yeah.
にも与えてくれ。
Mm-hmm.
もうこれ以上目の前で大好きな人が死ぬのは。
この感覚は一朝一夕には教えられないんだ。難しすぎて。この世のものにはすべて固有の波。
No way.
Oh,
And he's
shit.
noticed it because he's blind. Whoa.
Oh, my God.
おかげで君の身長や体重束ねた髪。
Wait, so he naturally ended up discovering it.
Discovering Tao, yeah.
Yeah.
タオを極めれば神のごとき力と体を得る。近くす するには
Cool. So that also explains some of the things that we've already experienced with the other criminals, probably.
生と道陰と陽その循環ルテンこそがタオの力を引き出す鍵だ。
仏教的に言えば中道。その心持ちが本来以上の能力を引き出す。
Whoa.
Cool.
第一私にもわからない部分が多い。
I wasn't taught it. Yeah.
それ以前だ。左手は正中線に、右肩と右足は同じ向きにする。強い握りも切り込む一瞬だけ。
Nice. Yes, yes. Oh my god.
Yep, he's literally dumping on you.
殺生はいけません。どんな命も大切に。
Don't interrupt my lecture.
Yeah.
この世のものには全て固有の波がある。
Oh, fun.
私はそれを知覚しているんだ。
There's all the bugs and everything.
腕力に頼らず
Holy shit, he's badass.
疲れにくくなる。腰を回す
Right.
の最後だけ。
The weapon knows what it's supposed to do.
Uh-huh.
私は君の先生にはなる。組の間は立ち会
That being said, if you pick things up,
学ぶなら
right,
Yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah.
まったくゆっくり話もできんな。
Jeez.
戦い方なんぞ戦いの中で覚えんだよ。幸い練習相手には困らん。
That is one way to do it.
さあ、そのタオ
There we go.
あいつは
Oh, shit. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
穴に入れる人間は殺さないようにね。
自力で出ようとしたらどうなるの？
それに内壁が邪魔をするよ。彼らは皆
Oh, that's horrifying.
Oh my god. That's so cool. They pissed me off.
いや今すぐ島を出て傷をそうども殺す。
Did you hear what I said? I've said it 3 times. That's all I'm saying it.
Right.
大方あいつら
Okay. That was maybe the thing of where
あのバケモンは下半身から再生した頭と心臓のある側じゃなくな。となると急所は交換。
yeah, 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 yeah. That's the navel. That was the thing
okay.
that Gabimaru hit.
それが状況整理と対策です。
You actually just ended up doing it anyway.
締めようかと。お前も空気になったか。バケモンの
No,
No, definitely not.
that is not what I meant by taking it in like.
体力つけとかねえと持たねえぞ。
I think that might. No, 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 no.
Okay, this feels like an actual hermit.
Yeah.
All
Another person
angels
is-
showing up being be not afraid. It's like, no, I'm afraid. Ah, so these are
Okay.
like the sages or the hermits or what have you. They're mentioned
Yeah.
before.
女がわからねえやつのことか。
送信は知性もない出来損ない蓬莱に入ることも許されないゴミどもです、我々同士は天仙様直々の弟子穴に戻っておとなしく単になって野蛮
Oh.
なんだ努力
Oh.
あなた人間離れしてるもしやタオを
I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah.
てめえをぶちのめすことが奴らへの最短距離ってわけ。
So you can tell me how to get there, or I'm gonna start taking pieces. Yeah.
Now, can this guy regenerate? Ah,
解
shit.
決を望まないならこちらもそれなりの対応がある
イソーマザーコども起きれ。
I'll deal
任せたぞ。
with the main one. Yeah, okay.
了解です。
この男は強いだが相当疲弊しているタオの流れを見れば一目瞭然だ
Oh, it's like fraying at the edges. Yeah.
タオの弱い攻撃など効かぬか
But if it was with Tao, you wouldn't be able to regenerate?
Well, because I think it would be damaging his Tao, basically.
Sure.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, because he's got the blinded eye.
Uh-huh, yeah. Well,
Okay. All right, so...
we had our exposition done.
Yeah.
We understand the power system a little bit. We understand a little bit more from May as well.
Right.
Okay,
All right,
we got
fun.
some
Very
lore,
fun.
and we got some fighting, and
Yep.
we have also an understanding of the power system a lot more. Mm-hmm. It is kind of your generic life in all things, the
Yep, the
force,
Force,
aura,
Hamon.
yeah, all this kind of stuff.
Yep.
But the way that you utilize it is by tapping into the middle way, the balance between the two extremes.
Right, that point
of
between
humanity.
rage and serenity. you
Right,
know,
right.
yeah.
And so the idea that Gabimaru, who kind of is the picture of those two things held
Yep.
in balance, is actually one of the strongest characters in the story. Now makes sense that he's been unconsciously using
Yeah.
Tao all this time, which is like, oh, fantastic.
All
this
right.
is something that Jacob and I
Yeah.
had been almost lamenting in the stories, that there was no way of judging, at least on the surface, why some people were stronger than others.
Well,
And it's there's actually now a way that we can tell.
And clearly it was to the degree of things being supernatural.
Yes,
But
yes.
it was not actually being
Addressed in
acknowledged
that way.
as such.
Right,
Which
because it's
felt-
been normal, I guess, for all the people in this world to just assume that there
Sure.
are some people, they're just really fucking strong.
Yeah, and
So
aesthetic
they don't
blaze.
see it as abnormal.
Yeah, aesthetic blaze, that's a ninja technique that exists.
Yeah.
You know? Okay, cool. Whereas, but like, this almost feels like it's in a meta way commenting on, like, the anime characters that have anime character strength, and it's never given a reason. It's just, well, hey, it's fun and exciting and it's anime, right?
Okay.
And so then it's the no. Our brother that is like freakishly strong and doing all this crazy stuff. One of the characters literally is like, wait, is he already tapping into Tao? Okay, well, he doesn't know what it is, so maybe not. Or okay,
he's
but
doing it only a tiny bit.
Yeah, he's doing it only a tiny bit. Or Shion being like, oh yeah. How am I able to see even though I'm blind? No, it's literally supernatural
It's magic.
stuff. Yeah,
it's not
right.
just that I am.
I have crazy hearing and stuff. No, I'm literally.
I mean,
seeing
every
people's
human
aura.
thinks that it's that,
Right.
but it's that aided by this other thing. That's
Exactly.
like this wave, this flow of something that I can sense, and it's
Right. And that's how
Cool.
you can, like the giant, was it just that they happened to be really big, or were they really big because somehow they were feeding on Tao, or something,
Who knows?
right?
What I think is fun about this is it could be a meta commentary kind of things, but what I think it's more pointing at is that the world outside of the island matters in a much larger way. We're getting that hint with also potentially the idea of the island being, the current state of the island being because of man's intentions, not some kind of spiritual divinity
Right.
kind of thing.
There's cult shit going on.
Right, there's cult shit, at least in the structure of the way that the culture of the island exists right now.
Right.
Which our brainiac in the group basically is kind of going, yeah, this is the kind of thing that a guy who's kind of anti-shogunate right now in the world, he's using that same methodology because it's conveniently helpful in the way that it brings people of many different groups together who are
Right.
not willing to look too deep under the surface of these things all coincide. It's like, yeah, it's because a human is trying to manipulate you in this way.
Right. It's not because, you finally discovered the truth and all of these things are actually connected. And
Right.
It's not.
If you actually look at the way that they're hodgepodge together, you go, wait, these actually aren't connected that well.
Yeah, it's the most like
Someone cut the puzzle pieces out a bunch to
Right.
actually shove them into the place that they're not
it's-
supposed to be.
It's like politician speak, where it's like you say,
You speak
everything
with a
and
lot
nothing.
of complex, really smart words,
Right, and you say
but the
nothing.
actual amount of meat to what you're saying is like this razor thin,
Yep.
Yeah. I love that because that can be something that we, again, dive more into in the future. But what I think with the power system is saying that a lot of the characters in the story thus far have been tapping into Tao, and also the orders and structures by which people then utilize techniques that are all ultimately just Tao are being taught by people who just don't know they're using Tao.
Right.
They're teaching the methodology that gives the people access to varying degrees based on their skill or willingness to be taught and actually incorporate the teaching techniques, or also the ability to mentally focus in this specific way.
Right.
And then they go, oh, it works. Well, that's because this master is such an incredible teacher
Yeah.
and stuff. And it's no, actually, there's an energy that connects all things together.
It's that and also, right? And so then
right.
only when you have someone like, say, Shion, where it's this binary and
He can
easily
actually see
noticeable.
it.
Right. He gets to the point where he can see it, and there's no explaining it as something else, right?
No.
It's like, nope, that this is an actual phenomenon, right? I don't just have really good hearing.
But that layer of indirection allows the world to build up in such a way where then nobody sees it as abnormal.
Exactly.
Because it's that's how it's always been.
Both nobody sees it as abnormal and nobody really knows about the power system. Because
Right.
if you think about it, right, if you have a world where there's a whole supernatural power system and it is actually teachable, right? It's not just a thing that, some people have and some people don't. Why don't people just stumble into it, right?
Well, they probably do.
They probably do in certain ways.
Do they actually utilize it to that degree of specificity?
What's the thing that makes it, and maybe this is a silly comparison, but, I tried to push, automatic doors open as a kid, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
You have some wild imagination and things like that. If you have some level in which people are able to control reality on some way because of the mind or the whatever, right? Theoretically, people would stumble into that all the time. And so what's the reason why they're not? Well, it's actually because it's kind of happening all the time, but just in subtle ways, and so you don't actually realize it.
Right. Or the ones that would naturally be focused on training their minds a certain way are the ones that stumble into it. But the people that also might become the more ascetic monk that balances their mind in such a way also are not the kind of people to naturally kind of integrate into society as much.
Sure.
Because one, the society is pretty violent. Two, it's not really like
they got this way by not being in society.
Right.
Like,
it's not really the kind of one that rewards a balanced mindset.
Sure.
So the kinds of people that maybe even would more naturally stumble into the system are in a mountain somewhere, drinking dew from the the morning leaves and supping on the energy of the universe. They're not actually passing on anything directly. But then what you could then have is there's an old order of monks actually up there. And then the people that go, I'd love to learn some kind of special energy technique thing. They go up there and they just might not get it because they're actually just interested in power. And it's first you have to empty your mind for 20 years. Oh, well, fuck that, I'm out. I don't have the patience for that,
Unironically, it was such a mundane thing, and yet I appreciated it so much that one of the biggest elements from this episode is we don't have time to learn this.
Yeah.
Right? Like we are in such a dangerous situation. I can't just teach you how this shit works. If you pick it up from watching me do it, great. But this is the kind of stuff that would take years, whether you're talking about learning the sword or Tao and however, Mei is able to use it, right?
Or literally watching someone else that you're fighting in combat use it and surviving.
Right.
Yeah. Which is fun because then we can have the characters actually learning it incorrectly, but through methods that make sense for their character.
Right.
Meaning that we can actually get everybody to have a slightly imperfect and also unique interpretation of Tao.
Right.
As well.
And because some people have already started learning it a little bit, that also, it makes it so that you can have people progress and interface with this cool power system that you have for your world, right? Without diminishing the mysticism of the power system by making it seem like it's something that can be picked up in a couple months because they're the main characters, right?
Which they are definitely going to have at least one or two people pick it up in a couple months because they're the main characters.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's be real here.
Totally.
Yeah.
But to a lesser extent, because a lot of them have already developed it, right? When Gabimaru taps into Tao, it's going to be oh shit, so that was an underlying current of the ninja techniques.
Let's go through the list here. Gabimaru's ninja techniques. Sure, great example. But let's actually talk about the Asaimon. There's this state you get into where when you're about to kill someone, you can't let your emotions get in the way. And then suddenly you're able to make a clean, precise cut.
Right.
And you can just cut through anything. Wait a minute. Hold on. Actually, in a weird way, that balance of the mind sounds a lot like Tao.
Right.
Maybe that makes sense then, why Sagari, once she was able to basically clear her mind from all those things...
Right, she's doing the two-strike, I will cut whatever it is.
She was able to cut Gabimaru.
Right, yeah.
Gabimaru, the hollow, the one who's basically nigh unkillable. It's like, this is starting to click. This is starting to make sense. We have techniques with items. We have techniques with all kinds of other stuff. We have just ridiculously strong, like, abnormally large and strong people in this world as well, where it's they're probably actually tapped into that in some way.
And so, some of the people that actually tap into that stuff and discover it, whether they realize they've discovered it or not, and use it, probably end up being criminals because, it's a violent society, and they end up doing the violence real good. And so then, we've gathered them all into this location, right? So, like, there's ways in which it's like the fact that we are going to have these characters learn a bunch of cool stuff in a couple months or whatever, there is going to be the reasons why that will happen, right? And it still feels like it still works and is, internally consistent with the stuff that we're setting up for the world.
What I want to bring up, though, with that is that does feel a little bit like let's prep our special humans, go send them to the place where they're going to actually be molded into something special, like something more unique. And again, this is something where ultimately the island only benefits people coming here because of two things, and one of them is speculative. One, you get more,
Time.
You get more, immortal juice, basically.
Yep.
Humans need to go there eventually, But two, people could get infected and leave.
Yeah. The whole idea of only the people that have been turned into flowers end up getting out. And it's like, wouldn't that be great if, what would have happened if, Stupid Brother had actually taken a bite of the body part with the roots growing out of it? Wouldn't that have been hilarious?
I'm still waiting for it to happen, and it's the countdown has begun.
Right, exactly.
They will die and turn into a blossomed little flower. But it will take, a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the other things that this made me think of, so the whole idea of someone potentially, orchestrating all of this stuff of the, humans getting out with the plants and all that, and da-da-da-da. So, it's a bunch of more context for the leader of the clan and the fact that he has immortality, right?
He does.
He probably drank the juice, right? And he actually escaped.
But he's here.
Well, he's not here yet.
No, I'm saying he's here in the story. He's He's actually out of the island. He's completely separate from all this.
Right.
He's here in that
And I would guess...
Why is he alive? Why was he allowed to get the stuff and get away?
Well, I'm guessing that he was one of the super strong humans that they talked about, in a couple centuries. And maybe he's that old and that was when he came here and got the stuff.
I don't doubt it.
But also the idea of potentially this even happening if he's okay, I actually only got away by the skin of my teeth because damn, those Tencent are really terrifying or whatever. I'm going to see if I can assemble a team that could go in there and maybe thin them out a little bit. And then, orchestrate my clan to go in and basically try and, if there was some way to basically take wrest control of the island so that way he could be the, singular person in control of the god juice.
If you want to think about it even more, his whole clan exists to train them on how to kill Tencent.
Sure.
Because he uses himself as this is the kind of thing you would have to fight.
Right.
So you fight me as a practice, as
and
a
maybe
training
he even
dummy.
knows he's teaching them how to use tower or whatever.
He totally knows. That's what the techniques are.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
In fact, he might even be teaching them ones where it's these are ones that are uniquely really good at defeating things that turn into plants.
Sir, I'm an assassin. Right. We're about subtlety.
Why
Yes.
would I want a flashy fire skill?
Why would I want a fire fist? That
Seems the anti-stealth.
That seems anti-stealth and just bad all around.
Do not question your
just,
training.
you know, it could be helpful at some point. Like if you're dealing with, I don't know, a shit ton of plant creatures.
I don't know. Possible. Yeah. Something there, maybe. But also, now that we are starting to get groups of people forming up here, Gabimaru joining up with the other two, having them all eventually coalesce together,
Yep.
I feel like we're just about there.
Yeah.
These kind of high servants, these
The magical monks, you know.
yeah, the magic monks, basically. Yeah. They're kind of a fun middle ground encounter type for this story, because in a weird way, they're basically just a vehicle for the main characters to learn about how to use Tau.
Oh yeah, they were definitely being very open about like, oh hey, you know, let's tell you about stuff as we're gonna.
They were thinking most of that. Like most of the stuff that they were like saying was pretty just
there was
generic.
definitely a lot of it that they were thinking, but I was surprised that they were actually like saying some stuff about, you know,
Well, a lot
the
of it
way
was,
things work out loud.
I'm begging you, please die. You know, like it was very much expected. You don't really have any hope here,
Right.
but you're causing problems that we've been sent out to just tell you, go back in the pit, please.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. Inadvertently, you're actually giving them a bunch of opportunities to get practice dealing with immortals, or regenerating people at the very least, without, you know, being almost guaranteed to die.
Dude, keep sending your XP sponges my way.
Right,
I'm gonna level up eventually.
Fantastic. Like so much of the Tensen's lethality, yes, they are crazy strong. But it's also just the fact that people don't know what they're dealing with, and then suddenly it's there, right?
Yeah.
Like the fact that Shion was able to be like, okay, this thing can regenerate. All right, we attack its legs, we do these things. Like that was very calm and collected, thinking on his feet to be able to get out of that situation, right? And even then, it was just barely in with a sacrifice. Most of the other people, if they run into a Tensen, they're dead or thrown into the pit, you know, and they're lucky if they die, basically.
Yeah.
So
I liked May trying to describe the Tau system with strong and weak constantly being the adjectives that she used, but then she was using it to describe like certain things. So it's like Tau, strong, weak, mind, body, strong, weak, tendon, turn, strong, weak. So the idea that like our big guy was like, oh, that might be related to like the belly button, like the navel or something like that.
Yeah.
Which we know is potentially even where the core weak point of these things are.
Because of the brother, which like, Chole, that was brilliant, being like, no, did you notice that when I cut the top half off, it didn't regenerate from the head?
Yeah, it regenerated down here, as far as the lowest part as possible.
Right. That's information.
Yeah, it wasn't equal. It was not equal. It started here and then curled its way up.
Yep, exactly. So you know, makes sense for a plant, but also, like,
right.
At what point, if you cut the legs off, does it then grow, you know, from the knees down?
Well,
you know?
one of the things I was actually thinking about was there's also a very real possibility of us hinting at something a little bit darker and more intense here. Tau is the life force of the universe of everything, right? Cool. Great. It's in all living things, though. Sky is not alive.
No.
I grab one of these guys and want to yeet him up into the sky. Your connection to more Tau is probably weakened because it's literally physically further away from you.
No, okay.
So that might be why when they transform into their big form, they're rooted in the ground because they're drawing energy from the life around on the island in order to be, you know, Giga mode. You know?
Yes. But they also have their juice, right? And so
no, that's right.
Have
but
their
that's
supply.
I know. But that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the idea that when they fight, if Tau is mana, basically, that means they actively spend it.
Right, get the earthbender in the air, you know.
Right, but if you then have the idea that you can draw it from other things, every basic, you know, fighter knows. Oh, we just take them? Why don't we just take them from their mana reserves and move them somewhere else, you know? Like,
No, I mean, I like it.
That feels like
so we do need a catapult.
No, we need like fire. We need like general destruction of the environment so that they don't have
Torch the whole island.
Like
Nuke it from orbit. You know.
I mean, that's the scary thing is that if the clan is on their way eventually, that might be their thing. Is that when they show up,
They just form a ring around the.
they just start burning everything. You know.
Yeah.
But that also doesn't seem like it would benefit anybody that wants to
That-
gain from the juice itself.
Sure, or just, ninjas and stealth, right? Like, all right, now it's ashes everywhere. You can see real far,
Yeah. But all right, y'all. Thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You get on early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general. Also, be sure to check out our Twitch channel. See if any of that interests you. We'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.